Colleen, even in her real life, is talking about sadness or pain or trauma. There's also a dry humor and a sense of levity and wit and joy and love.
Hollywood is a realm of glamour, red carpets, and movie premieres that capture the world's imagination. Fans often see celebrities exchanging supportive banter in interviews or posting affectionate photos on social media, reinforcing the idea that many Hollywood relationships are built on mutual admiration and unwavering support. Yet, the industry also swirls with rumors that at times defy what the public perceives as harmonious relationships. One of the latest stories buzzing across social platforms is that Blake Lively, the actress admired for her quick wit, philanthropic efforts, and strong family values, allegedly served Ryan Reynolds with a $100 million child support lawsuit. Could this be a genuine legal clash that upends the image of one of Hollywood's most beloved couples, or is it just another internet-fueled myth? From the outside, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds seem to radiate relationship goals. They share a playfully teasing rapport, as seen in countless interviews and social media exchanges. Fans cherish their famously light-hearted dynamic, whether it's trading playful jabs on birthdays, making witty remarks about each other, or championing each other's professional successes. Their social media interactions often leave followers laughing and admiring the closeness of a couple that many regard as a success story in a demanding industry. That is precisely why the sudden rumor of a high-stakes legal battle, one involving child support of all things, has caused a stir. It appears to clash with everything the public thinks it knows about them as a duo. Some claim to have pieced together evidence from subtle hints on social media. A cryptic comment here, a missing wedding band there, or a film premiere that one attended without the other. These scattered clues feed speculation that behind the comedic one-liners and polished photographs lies a far more complicated relationship. According to the rumor, Lively decided to file a massive lawsuit demanding $100 million in child support, implying a serious dispute about financial responsibilities and family dynamics. The claim has sent shockwaves through online forums and celebrity gossip circles, leading to an intense debate over whether the seemingly perfect couple could be on the verge of a shocking breakup.
A lot of it's my real life clothes or my husband's clothes or my girlfriend Gigi's clothes. I was borrowing some.
Wait, that's kind of amazing. So you have something of Gigi's in the movie.
Yeah, it's like a wedding, like something old, something borrowed, something blue, something new.
Wait, which one? Now I want to think of the scene.
Oh, I'm wearing her stuff all over it.
Oh, really?
Tons of like Bodhi, which is with a suit now that I'm wearing is Bodhi. It was meant for my husband, but I borrowed it.
His suit?
It was meant for him to wear, but it's so pretty. Look at it. You guys are not getting it in the shot.
Despite the widespread chatter, no official documents or court filings have emerged. The rumor lives on in the space between unconfirmed gossip and the never-ending celebrity news cycle, fueled by fans' insatiable curiosity. Given that Blake and Ryan have multiple children together, the idea of a child support battle isn't impossible on its face. Child support issues often arise when couples separate or fear that they might not be receiving the financial resources they need to raise a family. However, the staggering sum, $100 million, seems extraordinary even for high-profile stars. Such an amount suggests more than a simple request for fair support. It implies a level of conflict that directly opposes the playful image the public sees. Perhaps that is the reason so many find this rumor so enthralling. It challenges the rosy narrative that has surrounded their marriage since they first got together. Conversations online have taken various turns. Some believe that beneath the cheerful posts, an underlying tension has been brewing for months, if not years. They argue that sporadic absences from each other's red carpet events hint at discord, or that certain interviews contain subtle remarks pointing to disagreements about finances or parenting styles. Others label the entire rumor as pure invention. They note that no credible news outlet has confirmed a lawsuit, nor have any statements from representatives for either Blake or Ryan indicated trouble. Moreover, the two are still seen making supportive gestures toward each other's work. If they were locked in a bitter child support clash, would they still appear so publicly kind to one another? Internet forums are rife with detectives analyzing each new post from the couple. If Blake is photographed not wearing a certain piece of jewelry, the rumor mill calls it proof of mounting tension. If Ryan shares a pun involving legal terms, it's spun into confirmation that he's dropping hints about an ongoing dispute. In reality, each instance of perceived evidence can be explained in more mundane ways. Busy filming schedules, personal style changes, or everyday life events often provide simpler explanations than a secret $100 million court case. Yet, the rumor persists precisely because it thrives on the allure of what might be happening behind closed doors. A segment of fans also highlights that $100 million is a life-changing sum even for celebrities with substantial earnings. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds each have their own wealth, but that figure would represent a monumental settlement, raising even more questions about the legitimacy of the claim.
But I was like just tracking him down, and then I finally got to read the script, and the script was a thriller. So that was a little confusing to me because he's like such a funny director.
Yeah.
And so I said, what is this? Because the script is definitely like a twisting, turning, intense thriller. Is it a comedy or a thriller? And he said, yes. So then every day on set, I was like, is today a comedy or is it a thriller?
It's a good mix
and
of
it's
both.
like, it's like really kind of over the top and campy and trashy and fun and like, kind of like my outfit, I guess.
Child support in most jurisdictions is calculated based on incomes, expected expenses, and the children's needs. While celebrities might have higher expenses due to their lifestyles, $100 million sounds more like a sensational figure designed to capture attention rather than a realistic sum for child support. It's possible that fans who are not familiar with how child support usually works latched onto a big number to magnify the drama. On another note, the rumor stirs debates about how couples navigate joint family finances when both are high earners. Typically, child support discussions arise when one parent earns significantly more than the other, or if there's a substantial imbalance in lifestyle. Blake and Ryan's net worths, while different, are both robust. They have real estate, brand partnerships, production ventures, and more. It's unclear why one spouse would feel the need to demand such a staggering amount from the other. The scenario raises the question, could the rumored lawsuit revolve around more than just monthly support checks? Some fans float the possibility that it could involve business assets, brand deals, or future royalties lumped together under the label of child support. Without actual legal documents, however, it's all guesswork. More than a few observers compare this rumor to other sensational Hollywood stories that turned out to be hollow. From rumored affairs to alleged secret breakups, many high-profile relationships face waves of speculation that never materialize into reality. The difference here is the specific claim of a $100 million lawsuit, which feels unusually detailed for mere gossip. That specificity intrigues some people. They reason that whoever started the rumor must have a source or some shred of information. Others counter that random numbers are often used to stoke interest. The bigger the claim, the more headlines it grabs. Over time, the tale has grown with each social media cycle, adding new twists and theories. Some claim that lawyers for each side have been spotted meeting in secret. Others say that Ryan Reynolds is preparing a counterclaim or that he's too busy filming to even address the situation. Meanwhile, there are rumors that Blake has taken a stand to ensure financial stability for the children's future. Each version of the story evolves and spreads, magnified by retweets, YouTube discussions, and blog posts that feed off the uncertainty.
So it's a bit of a tough adjustment in our house, but it's good. I mean, I have two other daughters, so my oldest is very into the baby, but my middle child, not so much. But we're thinking of keeping her.
Yeah. Does she like play with her? What does she think?
Well, she sort of like pretends to play with her. So like in the beginning, our oldest is like loving on her, and she's like very maternal, and then our middle daughter is just like just keeps away from her.
In many ways, the rumor speaks to how quickly speculation can mushroom when it involves well-liked celebrities. The public invests emotionally in the narrative surrounding beloved stars, so any whisper of crisis becomes a hot topic. Beyond tabloid sensationalism, there's also a human element. Fans genuinely hope the rumor is false because Blake and Ryan appear to have such a harmonious family life. People resonate with the idea that a loving partnership can exist in the spotlight, so any threat to that ideal becomes news. If there is a broader moral to this rumor-laden story, it might be about the disconnect between public perceptions and the private realities of even the most seemingly charmed couples. The possibility of a legal dispute over finances underscores that relationships can face challenges no matter how perfect they look on magazine covers. Still, it's important not to confuse rumor with fact. Even if the couple were facing internal issues, there's a big difference between a typical disagreement, common in most marriages, and a full-blown legal battle over child support. One reason the rumor has stuck is the comedic approach both Blake and Ryan take to their public persona. Fans see them as witty and open. When unexpected stories arise, people find them intriguing because they wonder if that comedic style might hide deeper secrets. Yet comedic banter doesn't necessarily mean the relationship is fragile. Just as fans sometimes assume comedic actors are always cheerful behind the scenes, it's possible to interpret a public sense of humor as evidence of hidden conflict. Ultimately, life can be more nuanced. Joking around and genuinely getting along are not mutually exclusive. Meanwhile, entertainment news outlets typically jump on any claim involving numbers like $100 million. Such a story would ordinarily trigger multiple reports from well-known publications, each vying to confirm or deny the rumor. The absence of major media coverage beyond speculation-based articles suggests a lack of credible sources. Some supporters of the rumor argue that perhaps the couple is using legal means to keep the story quiet, but total silence in an industry prone to leaks feels unlikely. If there were ever a real lawsuit, official court documents would eventually surface. Legal cases of this magnitude rarely remain hidden, especially when they involve recognized public figures. The filing of a lawsuit would become a matter of public record in many jurisdictions.
The idea that people think that they know you, I think because of how intrusive media is these days, there's people care so much more about your personal life than they do your work, and if you aren't open with your personal life, then they just make it up for you and share it for you.
This crucial point often gets overlooked by rumor enthusiasts who claim that the lawyers are keeping it secret. While certain details can be sealed or redacted, the existence of a high-profile case typically doesn't escape notice. So far, no one has produced a credible docket number or any official confirmation. Some fans hold out hope that Blake and Ryan will address the speculation in a characteristic way, perhaps with a witty joint social media post shutting down the rumor in a single comedic blow. In fact, both have used humor in the past to clarify misconceptions, so it wouldn't be out of character. Their shared comedic flair could diffuse the story faster than any formal press release. On the other hand, ignoring the rumor might also be their strategy, letting it fizzle out on its own. Given that the rumor has persisted for some time, it's either not bothering them enough to respond, or they see no point in lending it credibility by addressing it directly. Fans on both sides, those convinced of the lawsuit and those dismissing it as fantasy, continue to watch closely. They track the couple's public appearances, dissecting posture, facial expressions, and ring fingers in search of signals. They scour each new interview for hidden meanings. They interpret any hesitation or ambiguous phrase as a potential admission that trouble is brewing. The rumor thus lives on, feeding off the intense interest in all things Blake and Ryan. If new developments arise, a surprising social media post, an insider quote from a reputable source, or any official documents, the rumor's trajectory may change dramatically. It could shift from gossip to documented fact, or it could be shattered by evidence of the couple's ongoing unity. For now, the story remains an unconfirmed narrative that raises the question of how quickly fans are willing to believe dramatic rumors about even the most admired celebrity couples. In a larger sense, the Blake Lively sues Ryan Reynolds for $100 million child support lawsuit rumor encapsulates how the public consumes celebrity news in the digital age.
I mean, I internalize that as opportunity. Like, we had such a responsibility to this audience to deliver something and to have the opportunity to deliver something for a passionate group of people.
Yes.
As someone who is so deeply passionate myself, I was so excited about that. I would so much rather have that than people who are indifferent.
Blase.
Headlines proliferate on social media, often lacking verifiable sources but gaining momentum through sheer repetition. Fans and casual observers alike can be drawn into the excitement, analyzing or debating each detail. The rumor taps into broader discussions about wealth, family, and whether public personas match private realities. Yet it's vital to remember that relationships are complex, and not every surprising headline is rooted in fact. Blake and Ryan have built an image of shared humor and warmth, a vibe that resonates in interviews and philanthropic activities. A sudden pivot to legal hostility would be a jarring shift, demanding equally dramatic proof. Until that proof emerges, or until they openly address the rumor, fans are left to wonder if the story is a cautionary tale about the power of internet gossip or an actual sign of turmoil in what appears to be a stable family. Either outcome underscores a fundamental truth. Fame doesn't exempt anyone from the possibility of disputes, misunderstandings, or real-life challenges. Even so, it's essential to tread carefully when fueling rumors. Any serious legal matter, especially one involving children, would likely prompt careful public relations strategies, official documentation, and statements from representatives. The absence of these elements suggests the rumor might be more speculation than reality. Still, the story's tenacity shows how powerfully such a notion can grip public attention. Perhaps the final chapter in this rumor's life cycle will be written if and when Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds offer a definitive comment, maybe a humorous tweet, a mention in a late-night interview, or they might remain silent, letting the rumor burn out. In either scenario, their fans will be watching. Until clarity arrives, the notion of a massive child support lawsuit remains planted in a portion of the public consciousness. Whether it evolves into a verifiable fact or evaporates entirely is anyone's guess, but it illustrates how a single explosive rumor can spark a wide-ranging conversation about celebrity life.
Well, I actually knew of the film before I knew of Colleen's book, which is, I know, a unique entry point, but I think because I just have 1,000 children, I, have missed all of pop culture, and her significant impact in the world of books. I mean, so many of her books are on the New York Times bestseller. I mean, it's crazy.
Privacy and the layers of speculation that build up around Hollywood's power couples continue to be a major aspect of how the public interacts with celebrity news. For now, observers can only wait and see if any substantive evidence emerges. In the meantime, the rumor offers a fascinating lens into how quickly stories can form and spread, painting even the happiest-looking couple in a dramatically different light. In an industry where public personas are carefully curated, it's unsurprising that fans leap at any potential crack in the facade. And when that potential crack involves an astonishing $100 million claim, it's bound to capture widespread attention. Still, until proven otherwise, the possibility remains that this is simply another example of how the internet's rumor mill operates, a head-turning claim that thrives on readers' emotional connection to celebrity couples. Whether fueled by a misunderstanding, a deliberate hoax, or a misinterpreted joke, the rumor has become its own mini-saga. As more time passes without concrete developments, a growing number of fans will likely move on to the next headline. Yet, the narrative will remain lodged in the archives of celebrity gossip, referenced whenever someone wonders if Blake and Ryan's sunny humor might disguise unexpected complications. Ultimately, the truth of any relationship rests with the people actually living it. If one day they address the rumor, fans will finally learn if there was any semblance of reality behind it. If they don't, the story will probably recede into internet lore, one more cautionary reminder that what captures attention isn't always what's happening in reality. For now, the most accurate assessment might be that this rumor, while tantalizing, lacks the solid foundation that would prove it true. That said, speculation is a long-standing feature of Hollywood's narrative universe, and few rumors embody that phenomenon as vividly as the idea that Blake Lively would sue Ryan Reynolds for a staggering $100 million in child support.